everyone. Welcome to Behind the Scenes at WOOMC, where Apostle Alton R is our senior pastor. My name is Jazmine Echols, and I am the Facebook campus director of our online community. And today I have the pleasure of speaking with Miss Trecie Williams. Hey, Trecie.
Hi, Jasmine. How you doing?
I am good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely, Trecie. It is my pleasure. So, Trecie, I really want to know, what do you do here at World Overcomers?
The short answer is everything. I serve and assist Apostle and Elder Williams and our WOOMC family in fulfilling the vision of World Overcomers Church, which is to love God, embrace others, and touch destiny. I serve multiple departments here at WOOMC, including finance, outreach, women's ministry, media, communications, engagement, pathway, leadership, connections, and the list goes on and on. A large part of my work is producing, editing, typing, proofing, publishing the resources that Apostle and Elder Williams do for their book publishing ministry, Understanding for Life. And the project I'm working on now, we are working to compile all of their resources into ebooks. And when that project is finished, we will have nearly 500 resources.
Wow, that's such an accomplishment. Oh my goodness, 500 resources. And our online community, as well as people in-house, will surely appreciate having a digital copy. So that way they won't have to, come in person for it. And we applaud you for the many, many hats that you do wear as well. And so I do see that you, but before we move on to those resources, what does UFL stand for?
UFL stands for Understanding for Life Ministries. Pastor and Elder Sherrilyn's vision is to give people understanding for every area of their lives. And so their books touch all spheres of influence. We deal with books on America, books on personality, books on discipleship, books on conquering issues at work, and the list goes on and on. So I'm really fortunate to be able to do work that impacts the world in such a great way, and to hear people call us and say, hey, I read this and it changed my life, or hey, I read this and it changed my perspective on something, is truly a blessing and an humbling honor.
And I can attest to that because I'm in small groups, and within small groups, we definitely use the resources of Apostle and Elder Sherrilyn Williams as well. And one that one of my leaders currently have is the one in the workplace. And so it's blessing their group tremendously. So again, we thank Apostle and First Lady for all of the resources that they give us. But I also want to talk about others who take advantage of the products of what we, what we have in our bookstore and in the UFL. Just can you name other people who may use it, like pastors or their small groups or other leaders?
Absolutely. We pastors, churches, workplace CEOs, ministers, people in general. There's so many books that just cover so many different topics. If people are dealing with, struggling with whether to get started in an exercise class even. We have books on that, such as, is yoga for Christians? That kind of explains, the dangers behind yoga. And so many different topics, and just the width, the breadth, and the depth of things that they cover in their ministry. It really, anybody could look at our Understanding for Life website and pick a topic, and more than likely they have a resource for it.
Yeah, they've covered it all, I will say, because it teaches you, it can really show you how to apply things in a practical way. It boils down to just some things, small bites that you can chew on, and some steps you can take. It's almost like having Apostle or Sherrilyn with you as a coach. Absolutely. In book form. So with that being said, what did you bring us today? I do see some goodies here, and so if we could just show our audience what you brought, and just tell us a little bit about it.
Absolutely. So a roadmap to life. This is a resource that Pastor wrote just about Christian living and ways that people can practically turn their lives around. This treasure is for you. This is a resource that Elder Sherrilyn wrote with just different topics, including the 10 Commandments, things for salvation, healing, peace, all condensed in this resource, because maybe, sometimes we know of different passages in the Bible, but to have a resource that, quickly gives it to you, the Beatitudes, the one another scriptures, wisdom for the family, worshiping God, 10 qualities of the Holy Spirit.
And what I like about these two in particular, I can put these in my purse.
Right.
I can put this in the glove compartment of my car.
Absolutely.
So they're very mobile. I like that.
Absolutely. Another one, Personality DNA. This was one of my Elder Sherrilyn's greatest series. She did this teaching, and it literally changed the church, and we talk about it to this day. But the 4 personalities. Conquering crisis at work for people who are dealing with issues in the workplace from a biblical and a practical perspective. Personality assessment that tells people how to take the personality test to find out who they are and to better learn how to deal with others and work with others and relate to others and their families, workplace, and so on. Searching for my iPad, a resource by Apostle Williams. I have a purpose, assignment, and a destiny. Of course, we all make plans about who we want to be and what we want to do with our lives, but only what God has purposed for our lives will prevail if we're committed to following His way. Discipleship, spiritual life coaching. This is a resource that Apostle Williams took us through last year, and that we are, coaching now in person, online options. And I understand that people are really latching on to this book because it's just a practical resource for helping sons and daughters of God grow in the knowledge of Christ.
And back to spiritual life coaching, we had numerous churches and small groups ask for this as well, this resource, because it was a great discipleship tool.
Wow,
So,
praise God.
like you said, we're still using this, although he went over it last year, something that we use on a continual basis.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Christian Liberty of Our Founding Fathers. He wrote this back in 2006 when we first put the Statue of Liberation up as a series. There were several books that he wrote. This was one of them. He just ministered on America yesterday, and it really just shows us the foundations of our nation and how we need to get back to that in order for us to return to our greatness. Of course, the personality distinctive natural attributes book. This is a full book, but it deals with everything from personality in the workplace to personality, in your family and relationships, and even in just recreation and on and on. This Letters from the Lord book. It was an divine idea that God gave Apostle Williams, simplifying God's word and really breaking down several topics into letters, written as if it were written from the Lord directly to the person. And so I've gotten several testimonies about that. And then this resource, Questioning God. A lot of people have questions about God, the Bible, Christianity. Is cremation wrong? Is practicing homosexuality, kind of practicing homosexual, be a Christian? Are there missing or lost books of the Bible? And so he addresses so many questions in this book, and so these are just some of the many resources that are available.
I love that we ended with this one because a lot of people don't know what we have available, and so that's why we're highlighting this today.
Thank you.
And it takes a man of God a lot of time to write these. And I know on Sunday he briefly tells people how they can give. Can you touch on that? We just want to make sure that we're supporting the man of God in all of his efforts because, like you said, we have over 500 resources that we're going to transition and have it digitally, and that does take money to produce these great books that we have, great copies that we have here. And so tell our audience how they can, definitely support.
Thank you. Several ways. Of course, on our WOOMC website, there's an option tab to give, and if they decide to do it through push pay, there's a menu for tithes, offerings, UFL, special offering. Of course, UFL is Understanding for Life Ministries if they decide to give that route. Of course, in service, they can give in a pink envelope to Understanding for Life Ministries. And if they want to purchase products online, they can do so at understandingforlife.org. Again, understandingforlife.org. If they want to purchase products in the bookstore, that number is 901-844-3840. And they can purchase products that way. But we really appreciate the support. Your generosity, your offerings are helping us to spread the gospel of Christ around the world.
Definitely, definitely. So one more time, tell them how they can go about ordering these products And about how long they could take to expect to receive these as well if they order it online?
Yes, ma'am. They can order in store. If they want to come by the Word Down Bookstore, we would love to see you. That number is 901-844-3840. Again, 901-844-3840 to order products. And of course, it's open after both services on Sundays and then during the week in the mornings, I think 9:30 to 12:30. And if they want to order online, of course, understandingforlife.org. Again, understandingforlife.org, and they can choose from the resources available, have it shipped to them. And we'll get that to you. It may take, depending on, because sometimes mail, be patient with the mail, but anywhere between 3 to 5 if they're in the area, but maybe 7 to 10 business days if they're outside of the Memphis area. So.
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming to hang out with us today. It's always an honor, Trecie. I just love you so much. I love you so much, and thank you for everything that you do for the man and woman of God in this house as well. And so that's all for us, you guys. Again, we just want to give Trecie a hand clap for joining us today, and until next time.